the other day about what do you do when you're not shooting 60%?
Exactly,
but did we see it tonight?
We did. Yeah, we saw it. I mean, and look, Richmond had a lot to do with it. I mean, Richmond, they had a great game plan. They're tough kids. They're well coached. I knew that watching film. You know, you never know exactly how they're going to play you. Obviously, they sagged way off Eddie, which other teams are going to do as well, which is fine. It allows him to be a great screener, and then our guards have to get downhill and make good decisions in the lane. You know, which I think they did for the most part, especially in the second half. We only had 4 turnovers in the second half. We had 8 at halftime. We talked about that. So I was pleased. We needed to face a little adversity and see how we reacted, and this team reacted like I thought they would. They dug in, and at the end of the game, when you get stops and you make free throws, you know, it gives yourself a chance to win those games, and we did both those things tonight.
Didn't shoot a lot of threes tonight, but
No.
It seemed like you did a great job attacking the basket. Obviously showed up with the free throws.
Yeah, and their game plan was to take the threes away from us. They were really up pressuring us, and we didn't do a good job in the first half of cutting, you know, because they're up pressuring the ball, and they're sagging off of our big in the lane, but everybody else is kind of out, not face guarding, but we didn't do a very good job of cutting in the first half. And so they were kind of in the gaps, which is what they do, and they do well. They got long, athletic guys that are, again, they're well-schooled, they're well-coached. In the second half, we did a much better job of cutting. And when we cut, they chucked our cuts because they were really physical with us. They held us on some cuts, and that allowed us to get in the bonus and get to the free throw line, which is what you should do. If you stand, they don't have to worry about you. But if you're moving and you're cutting and you're putting pressure on the rim, we put no pressure on the rim, in the first half. We'd put a lot more pressure on the rim in the second half.
It's interesting to have a game where up to the final couple minutes you had almost as many steals as assists. Such a difference from the first few, but it's kind of feel nice to pull it out like that.
Yeah, and look, there's going to be some nights like this, and look, you when you're on the road or neutral court games, your assist numbers go down. It's just the way it is, and it's the way it is, and I think it's the NBA. I don't know as much about the NBA, but I know in college that's definitely the case. So. I'm not worried about that. As long as we're sharing the ball and we're getting good shots, that's what I care about. And getting to the free throw line is a big part of our game plan. And getting to the bonus quickly is a big part of our game plan as well, because that's sometimes can be the difference in close games, and it was tonight.
Folks might look at the box score and think Eddie had a so-so game, but he forced a couple turnovers late. Yep. He had the pass to De Silva, and obviously his defense. What impact did he have on this?
Phenomenal,
tonight?
And he had energy impact, and he rebounded the ball, and he had a couple rebounds he could have got that he didn't get, and he could have easily had 10 rebounds tonight. I think he ended up with 6, but yeah, Eddie's energy, and he was dialed in. The Quinn kid's a good player. To hold him to single digits, and we gave him no help. It was Eddie was on an island by himself down there. We were supposed to dig a little bit, but Quinn's such a good passer. But I thought we did a great job, on him tonight, holding him to 1 assist, because he's a guy that can have 7. He leads them in assists, almost 6 a game. So to hold him to single digits and 1 assist means our guys were dialed in.
I thought Hadley, too, similar kind of energy throughout.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Javon Hadley, he's our unsung hero. He's a guy that just does all the little things, toughness, even – he got scored on a couple times, but when you score on Javon Hadley, you've earned your bucket, because he's really solid defensively, and he doesn't give up easy ones. He plays smart, and he's got great toughness. So Javon Hadley is so important to this team. I can't begin to explain it, but I think the people that follow us and watch Colorado basketball understand how important he is to us, and we needed everybody tonight. We shortened our bench, obviously, played some guys some extended minutes, which, we're going to have to bounce back tomorrow. It's a quick turnaround for us, less than 24 hours. So, but hopefully our guys can be ready.
Jordan King looked like a tough matchup tonight. KJ started him, Cody in the second half. But
Cody's length, I think, gave him some problems. Usually when he did score, he scored off of a switch, on our bigs. But he made some tough shots. I mean, Jordan King's a good player. The buckets he got, he earned. I don't think we gave him a lot. We held him to 1-3, which was key. If he's making pull-up threes in the lane or tough twos, at the rim over our length, more power to them, And, it's funny, in front of our bench in the first half, he took a shot, and I said, that's great defense, and it went in, and he looked, he says, it wasn't good enough, So kid's got a little spunk to him, too, which I appreciate and respect. But we played good defense on him. He earned everything he got.
It's the key tomorrow, obviously. Quick turnaround. You play in the afternoon as well.
I haven't looked,
kind of a dogfight tonight.
I haven't looked at Florida State. The one thing I know is they've got long, athletic guys. I watched the first probably, half in my room before we came over for the game tonight. So they're athletic. They're long. Again, they make everything tough. They kind of come at you in waves. They play 11 guys, so they went deeper into their bench tonight than we did. So. Again, we're going to have to cinch up our boots and go to work because it's going to be a tough matchup.
I know you personally probably don't care much about the rankings moving up to number 18 today, but does it put more of a target on your back? A team like Richmond wants to give you their best shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you're not going to sneak up on anybody when you've got that number next to your name. There's no doubt about it. And so it's. And at Florida State, I'm sure the same way. They're thinking, well, we should be ranked. Let's go out and prove that we should be ranked, not Colorado. So they're tough-minded guys, just like Richmond is, and so we better be ready to roll.